this is where we're going to overnight tonight. Getting here pretty late, so we're just going to head straight to camp. This park has a very precise speed limit, and it looks like there are fox squirrels here. We're at the LongLeaf Campground, and we have to walk about 3/4 of a mile to Bluff Campsite. So this trail is really well blazed. You can see up ahead there through all the reflective material how far it goes and where it goes. Fire pit, table. Yes, this is one. Made it to our camp. We are set up for the night here. My daughter's in there blowing up her mat, and I am over here in the bivvy. Not much of a chance of rain tonight, so I just threw my bag right there with the rain cover on just in case. But this is where I'll be tonight. So this is Bluff Campground. I can see it better during the day. It's basically a field with a series of campsites right around the edges. We were the only ones here last night over there on campsite 1. My daughter was feeling a little under the weather last night, so I'm going to let her sleep in while I go ahead and get everything else packed up. So with my daughter still sleeping in, I'm just wandering around some of the nearby trails. I guess that's a fox squirrel up there. I don't know what it's doing. It's just dropping things from the tree. I was sitting down nearby and heard thunk, thunk. Got a little fawn in front of me there. It's looking right at me. All right, we're heading back to the car. I'm gonna cook up some breakfast. This trip is like a weird combination of hiking and car camping. Like I said, my daughter's sick, so I'm wearing a mask when I'm around her to try and avoid getting it myself. I guess that's a toad, isn't it? Hello, toady. You're not camouflaged. Car is in sight, so we made it back to the parking area near LongLeaf Campsite. Today's car camping breakfast is rigatoni. So my daughter wasn't feeling up for a hike, so I'm gonna go do a little hike on my own while she hangs out in the car. And starting out from the visitor center, we got this boardwalk. I'm gonna follow it around. It turns 90 degrees to the left up ahead, and then it turns 90 degrees again to the left. But at that point, there's also an opportunity to go right, get on a slightly more difficult trail that heads down to the river. I'm gonna check the time when I get there and see if I have time to do that. I told my daughter I'd be gone for maybe an hour, so I'm gonna try and stick to that as best I can. But I do wanna get something a little more interesting than boardwalk under my feet. This is definitely getting to where these big fat trees are. Found the start of the Weston Lake Trail here. It leaves the boardwalk and heads down there. The trail down here is definitely more interesting. We got fallen logs, we got mud, we got little bridges over swamps. I'm pretty much at a midpoint. I could turn around or I could continue going around, and I think roughly both will be about the same. So I'd rather visit some new trail rather than just go back and redo what I just did. So I'm gonna keep going around the lake's loop, and that should connect me back to the boardwalk closer to the visitor center. All right, here's where the Western Lake Loop makes a right. All All right, this is where the Weston Lake Loop ends, it looks like, and I'm heading right up to the visitor center. Reconnected with the boardwalk. Some kind of blue-tailed lizard right there. Not sure what it is. Let's see how close it'll let me get before it skitters off. Oh, there it goes. And we are back at the visitor center. Well, that's it. Heading to the car where my daughter is impatiently waiting for me, and we're gonna take off.